back to another episode of the Monster Girl Survivor's Guide with Jin and Mike. I am Otaku Mike. I am here with the one, the only Jin Graves. It's Monday, Jin Graves. You know what that means. It's time for
Nap
Monster.
time?
It's time for Monster Mondays.
Nap time?
Nap time? No, it's not nap time. Today we are looking at the Hollister. Jin Graves, I think this is my favorite Monster Girl.
Oh,
It was,
I thought you were about to ask me how to say it again.
I can never say it right.
Hole?
Holster? Hollister?
Hole?
Hole?
Like a hole
Hole?
something?
Hole?
Star.
Star? Holstar?
Yeah.
Holstar. Okay, we'll go with that. If you have not watched that episode of the Otaku Dadcast where Jen Graves and I rate our favorite Monster Girls, this was actually the Monster Girl on the top of my list personally.
Because Otaku Mike's a perv.
Because Otaku Mike's a perv and he lacks his milk, even though Otaku Mike is lactose intolerant.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I am lactose intolerant. So the Holstar is a Minotaur in the Minotaur family. We have not covered the Minotaurs yet, but we are covering one variation of the Minotaur today. They're a beastmen type. Their habitat is grasslands and human settlements. Their nature is gentle and devoted. We have not seen one of those yet, have we?
Gentle and devoted? Nope.
Yeah. And their diet is omnivorous. They feed off of grass, basically. So, as we said before, the Holstar is um, a variation of the Minotaur. Unlike the Minotaur, they're very the Minotaur is very violent. They are very mellow. They mellowed out when they evolved from the Minotaurs, and they've
Yeah, because if the Minotaur is like a bull, then the Holstar is just your regular old cow.
yeah, it's a cow. It's a cow. They have chosen to live under human, with the humans, basically.
Human rule.
Yeah, human rule, basically. Um, which I find really interesting. We haven't really seen much of that. We've seen certain monsters interacting with the human settlements, but never one really truly living with them.
I mean, I feel like the cat and the dog one did kind of.
Yeah, the werewolf kind of did, I believe, as well, but a lot of them. I felt like this is the first one that we've seen that will just be around humans all the time.
The sheep.
The sheep. We forgot about the sheep. Um,
Yeah,
but
the sheep, the were sheep, and the Holster, I think, are the two big ones that a lot of perverted people and whatever would probably work on farms just for.
I mean,
Just for all that.
We did come across that Monster Musume volume where they had the cows and the minotaurs.
Oh well, you still haven't caught up where they had to go back to the
Oh
farm.
no, I know that they go back and they have a whole chapter of it. I mean,
Multiple cows and
a whole volume of it.
Yep.
But the whole star, it seems to be more unskilled and at deep thought, and tends to behave very idle. It spends most of its time sleeping, feeding, or engaged in sexual intercourse.
Mm.
Mm. But
Mm.
wild Holstars, they tend to wander constantly searching for their man who they wish to copulate with, basically.
Right.
And and then they'll live amongst the humans and whatnot. One thing that Holstar does take pride in is the size of their breasts. They're very proud of that. What did you say?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. They tend to one of the ways that the Holstar, if they meet
Well, I
somebody,
mean, they almost have to be that way though, because they, like cows, they produce year round,
yes,
basically.
their technique is they if they want to mate with you, they basically press up against you. They're like, "Come on,
Right.
let's do this." Like, you know. And one thing that I found really interesting though is that you can ignore them. Like, you can ignore them and they'll just still be around you. Like they'll want to still constantly be around you, like almost like the werewolf kind of.
Yeah.
Like they'll
I feel
want.
like that's a lot. I feel like that's a common thing with a lot of the where animal, you know, kind of humanoid animal people is that most of the time they have that primal like side to them, but then they also have the more domesticated side.
Yeah, they do.
I feel like this one and the sheep are probably the two that we have actually seen that they're more domesticated than they are primal.
Yeah, and if you repeatedly rebuff their advances or them wanting to get down and dirty, they will turn violent and they will come after you.
Right? They probably don't like you to talk a lot either. They don't like
Yeah.
you to utter a word.
Which it's interesting. Like you say no enough times, they'll go with you then. But if you say it too many times, they're like, fuck that. We're getting this.
Right? It's time. It's time.
It's time.
And did when there a part in there too that we read where it was um, that the more you tell them no, like it takes longer for it to happen, but then
Yes,
whenever they get violent enough to come after you, it lasts longer.
yes. So their libido will be like wreck like shut up, and they'll be like, no, we're going until I say no. Like when I
Right.
when I say when I say we're done, we're done. Type of thing.
We're not using a safe word this time.
We're not using a safe word this time. But also, they actually um, they they also get triggered basically by the color red, like most bulls do, or the minotaurs do as well, which don't wear red around a holster or a minotaur. Yeah, but that's one thing you don't want to do, and they can become violent if they see red too much,
Right.
like leading them to attack, and a lot like the minotaurs themselves.
Right. I feel like with the minotaurs though, their attack is like them actually like attacking you. The whole
Uh-huh.
star is things are about to happen.
Think they're about to attack you with their
With
just
their udders.
with their udders.
Right.
You probably get bitch
And
slapped.
I feel like probably too in that instant you don't want to be a utter disappointment or it might be a lot worse for you at that point.
Yeah, I would say that as well. But they will seek out their husband and whatnot. Even like if they're away from their husband or if the person that they're with and they see red, they'll travel vast distances just to get to the person that they're with
Right.
and whatnot. And one thing that's actually pretty interesting is their their milk as a whole. It has healing properties,
And it's highly nutritious.
and it's highly nutritious, and it is sought after by most men and monsters alike. So I feel like if you have a Holstar, you could have a lucrative business. Just saying.
Oh, I mean that and the sheep.
Yeah.
What do you sell? Milk and comforters, butter, butter and cheese,
Butter and
clothing and everything else.
so yeah, that's pretty much the Holstar in a nutshell. Um, if you're with the Holster, you don't need to eat anything else. They say all you need is the milk.
Right? Yes.
Just get the
You
tap
can.
and pour you a big glass of milk.
I
Yeah.
wonder. I wonder if they were ever on a journey, like a whole star could just be like,
Oh, probably.
yeah.
So what
Would
are
she
your
at that point though? Would she ever run out?
um? I guess probably not. I don't know.
Be like super pure.
I mean, how long does it take a cow to reproduce milk? I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean, cows also aren't drinking their own supply.
True. That's true.
So,
So, what are your final
but
thoughts, Jin Graves, on the holster?
where's the beef?
Where's the beef? You
Right?
heard
Until we get to the Minotaur, I feel like there is no beef on these.
you heard it here, folks. Where's the beef? Where's the dairy?
Right?
I
Where's the
want
beef? And then the catchphrase for this one will be, "Got milk."
got milk. Got milk.
Got milk. Right?
We might have to.
So, anyway, guys, stay tuned till next time when we get to see what other crazy animals get to end up on Mike's farm.
That's true. You never know what's going to end up on Otaku Mike's farm. Which is I didn't know we established that I had a farm.
You do now after we talked about the sheep and the Holstar. Now we just got to figure out the rest of it.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Comment down below. Do you like the Holstar? Yes, no. What monster girl would you want us to cover next? Because we're going to try to cover a monster girl every Monday if possible. We're going to do our
Right.
best.
Or at least throw a video out there for you.
Or at least throw a video out there for you every Monday. I'm Otaku Mike.
So, guys, stay tuned until next time when you get to see if Otaku Mike gives Jen Graves another Monster Girl degree.
You're now a therapist of monster girls.
I am a lot of things with Monster Girls.
As always, I will leave a link in the description and in the comments down below for Jen Graves' channel. Go check him out. He's almost to 600, right? You're like at 525, 520.
Yeah.
So he's close. He's getting there. We gotta support him.
Right. That's nearly 700. Let's get
Let's get to 700. Let's get Jen Graves to 1,000. But get me to 1,000 first. Just saying.
At this point, it doesn't matter. As long as Flip burns that Gundam.
As long as Flip Otaku burns that Gundam, you would know if you watched our channels. Just saying. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.
See you months ago.